Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz,
I'm Scott.
and we're keeping you in the loop of the guitar community. Did your voice break up, or did was that your voice, or was that the
I had
signal?
a thing in my.
You're like, let's just dive in, and I just went straight for the intro. No waiting.
I mean, it beats my mid yawn one the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this episode is brought to you by our supporters, our patrons, our Patreon patrons. Go to page. Oh, hold on. Sorry, a Candy Crush gave me a notification. I got distracted. Listen. Yeah, I still play Candy Crush.
Not only that, you have notifications turned on.
Yeah, it reminds me to play.
All right.
I've got a streak going, bruh.
You've got an addiction going, bruh.
That's it. So I'm on level. All right, I know we've talked about this, so now we can keep talking. I need to turn the volume down. I got an issue there. What level am I on now? I haven't been playing as much, but I still play every day. 2,454. So I play that, and I play Zynga Texas Hold'em Poker every day. Those are my two games that I have to log in, and Wordle. Oh, I'm obsessed with Wordle. But yeah,
I kind of burned out on Wordle pretty quick. I'll do it once in a while, but I signed up for it.
I think we talked about this.
I did it, and then I went through the archive, and I was playing like 4 or 5 a day, and then I burned myself out really quickly.
That's what it is. Yeah, you can't do it that much. I just do the one a day. Yeah. All right. So patreon.com/theeffectsloop. You can go be a supporter there. It's great. Makes us happy. Makes you happy. It makes you happy because it makes us happy.
If it makes you happy.
Oh, that's Sheryl Crow?
Yeah.
I saw her live with John Mayer.
Nice.
That was like old school.
I would totally go to if it was an outdoor show, I'd totally be down to see Sheryl Crow.
It was.
Yeah.
It was an amphitheater show.
Yeah. That's outdoor music for me.
Right. No, and this was so this would have been 2006-ish, something like that. I can't remember. When did Continuum come out?
09, 010?
No, it wasn't.
No, sorry.
Oh wait, no.
It'd be like 05, 06. It would be 06.
Yeah. Because this was him supporting Continuum, or yeah, I guess it's supporting the album. Yeah. Yeah. So that was pretty good. So what's new with you, Scott?
Well, I'm calling in remote this week, so I'm getting to use my my little Shure mobile mic.
That's the F. What is it called?
The MV7.
Oh, MV7. That's right.
We're gonna act like it's an ad because I got this for free from Shure. So,
yeah.
Thank you, Shure, for letting me try this out as a industry professional.
Oh my gosh.
But that's how I got it.
I know. Like, you made that one work for you.
Yeah, but I just threw it in my bag and took it with me on the trip I'm on right now. So I'm actually in Forest City, North Carolina. And I'm bored and exhausted because travel's been kind of crazy. I flew on a Sunday, flight delayed, had to drive an hour and a half. I'm tired. And I had to be on site at like 7 a.m. this morning. So I'm tired. But
yeah. Sorry, I was coughing.
Mm-hmm. Were you inducing that coughing with something that has a spark? Or a vaporization chamber?
It does have some water. For health reasons.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Does it help filter the air?
Yeah. Possibly. You know what? I'm really miss my Keeley pipe grinder, but I really wish that Keeley came up with a water tobacco pipe. I know he had the vaporizer pedal at one point. that nothing really came from. But yeah.
But yeah, we're eating dinner while we're doing this because tonight is a Wings and Wings episode. We were supposed to do that on Saturday, and just life fell apart.
Well, that's going to be a separate, but this is separate. It's a separate thing, right?
I know. Yeah, it's a separate thing, but we can promote it.
No, I was just warning people that they don't have to like turn it off. Which we actually got more listens on the Wings and Wings than we did last week's episode. Actually, I think last week's episode, the last week's episode's title wasn't probably scared people away. Probably wasn't my best choice.
Last week's episode probably wasn't the best choice either, but
that's true.
You and I were both like, can we get this done with? I'm done. I'm just done with this.
Yeah. We were both kind of crotchety old men.
Yeah, it's been a tough week. I haven't had a night off or anything so tonight's my night off for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, I only took one day off last week, so I took yesterday off.
Yeah.
But I worked Saturday, and next weekend I'm actually going out of town. I'm going to Huntsville, Alabama, to the NASA. I'm really excited. Actually, I am pretty excited about that.
Is that your mom?
My mom's gonna meet us there.
Okay.
So the girlfriend, we were driving to my mom's, and
you can call her your roommate now.
my roommate. My roommate, we were driving to my mom's down in a small town in Alabama, and we were going through Huntsville. And I went, oh shit, NASA! I'm from Florida, and Kennedy Space Center was not super far away, maybe like 4-hour drive. So it's actually something that we would do, maybe less than 4 hours, but it was something that we used to do like at school field trips, stuff like that. And I absolutely loved space and everything growing up as a kid. I wanted to be an astronaut. I got to stay at the Mosey in Tampa, the Museum of Science and Industry, and spend the night there. And they did a whole NASA thing and like theme, and we actually got to meet an astronaut, and it was just really cool. And it's always something I've been like heavy into, and she saw how excited I got, and she was going to surprise me this weekend, but then she realized that I'll ruin any surprise because that's just who I am as a person, and I will not let you surprise me because it drives me insane, not knowing what's going to happen. Like, I tried everything. I was like, well, the ex-wife won't let Jude go if she doesn't know where we're going, so I need to tell her. And she's like, no, I'll tell her. I was like, no, you two don't need to talk. I'll tell her. So if you tell me, I'll tell her. Like, I was trying, like, everything trying, and then finally she was like, I got her to give me hints, and I was just like, we're going to fucking NASA. And she's like, why? She's like, why did you have to ruin it? But I'm actually really excited about that. So that's what
next time she says, why did you have to ruin it? You just be like, you say that so much, it's lost all meaning.
Yeah, because I always, why you blew it? Sorry, I was watching. Since we're talking about the West Wing, I was watching another movie that had Josh in it, and I was watching Billy Madison. So
he's
Bradley.
I don't remember him in Billy Madison. Oh yeah, he is.
He's the main antagonist.
Man, it's funny how like you just don't think of people when they're younger.
Yeah.
Like,
well. It was right around the time when the West Wing came out, wasn't it? Like the 90s, mid 90s.
I think we
was
Billy
Madison early?
99.
Yeah, Billy Madison. When was that?
Maybe probably around a similar time frame. The thing is, like with those 90s movies, I never saw any of them in the theater. I always saw them on video, right? So I have no idea when they actually came out.
95 is Billy Madison. So I mean, West Wing's after that, but it was really. It was fun to watch because Bradley Whitford, his voice is definitely something that like, and the way he talks is something that I don't imagine him changing in roles. It just kind of like follows him. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
the smugness.
Yeah, he does that way too well is the problem.
Well, that's why he was so good in Get Out.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's right. It's hard to. Yeah, it's definitely hard to like.
That's why his casting in Get Out has some extra like thing because of all the faux pas stuff that character plays.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy to imagine like Bradley Whitford. He looks the same, but he looks so different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, we'll save that for the next podcast we're going to record tonight. So let's talk about some gear news.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a whole lot compared to normal, but.
I think it's a pretty reasonable amount this week. So we can actually be and some of this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, so Rev Amps is introducing its first signature series pedal, the vintage sounding Sean Tubbs Tilt Overdrive. So Sean Tubbs is a name that I've seen, but I really don't. He's a
played
YouTuber, right?
guitar for Carrie Underwood for a number of years.
Okay, yeah, but I think like the big thing is on
YouTube too.
Right. So the guitar in the guitar world, the YouTube thing is really what brings him. So
that's how he got on my radar. I mean, he did a lot of gear demos,
right,
that were actually quite good gear demos. Like
yeah.
just hey, play, and like his playing style is really cool. Or I really liked. He showed a good range, so he's one of the better demoers. But despite that kind of just being a side hustle for him, it's not really like his primary gig.
All right, I got ADD moment. Mick Jagger calls Harry Styles comparisons superficial. He doesn't have a voice like mine or move on stage like me. Yeah, he has a better voice than you, jackass. Sorry. I just want to call it Mick Jagger on that.
Yeah, but I also see where the comparison is made.
Oh, for sure. The comparison is definitely, they're both British.
They have a similar
both
look.
Are skinny.
Yeah.
They do have a similar look, especially with the flamboyant colors.
Mm-hmm.
I get flamboyant's a good word for it. Or the more I don't know if flamboyant's a good word for it. Definitely doesn't care what color whenever it comes, like he wears a lot of lighter colors,
Mm-hmm.
more towards the feminine palette. And he does move on stage quite a bit. It reminds me of Mick Jagger.
There's just a lot of like, yeah, I see where the comparisons just in the inspiration comes from.
Mick Jagger needs to get over himself. I'm sorry, Mick Jagger's not as good as he thinks he is.
The
Rolling Stones are overrated. All right, so how much is this pedal?
It's on the more expensive side, but because it's a dual pedal, so it's at $269.
I was gonna guess $250. All right, so you know how you can look at a pedal and you can just know that the build quality is there. That's definitely something with this pedal. It looks like a very well built pedal. So it's got, and there's a lot going on here. So yeah, you got a boost and a drive, and it's Rev. Rev is not usually cheap on their pedals, are they? Like their singing pedals are almost 200, aren't they? Are they at least 200?
Yeah, the G series pedals are the ones I think of when I think of Rev.
Yeah,
and they're all fantastic, and they're all well built, and sound switching, all the important things that people obsess over. So I would just say, so this is a quote amp like overdrive with 4 knobs. So I'll let you kind of infer what you want from that. But yeah.
What do you get? What do you? I don't.
Sorry, I got text message. I got distracted for half a second.
Is it Blues Breaker?
Amp like is usually the Dumble drive ones that I think of.
Dumble. Oh, okay, a Dumble.
Touch sensitive amp, so.
Yeah. I get sensitive when people touch me too, so I understand that.
But yeah, I will just say, what do you think of the artwork with the motorcycle?
So weird thing, I didn't really notice that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I kind of just saw the yeah. I don't know. I guess I
kind of disappears into the pedal, doesn't it?
It really does. I kind of felt dumb whenever you said motorcycle. I was like, how did I not see a motorcycle? But I guess, yeah, it does disappear into the pedal. It does something because we're like you said, it disappears into the pedal. You can see a motorcycle, but it also looks like it's very. It looks like it's out of a comic strip or something, or a newspaper ink. You see what I'm saying? Kind of has that drawing of it. I like it. I don't know. It just some of it just kind of looks like lines on the pedal,
Mm-hmm.
Just.
Well, speaking of just lines on the pedal, let's talk about the artwork of the Badwater from Walrus Audio.
Oh, look at that transition.
Yeah,
sir. I commend you. That was good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I do like this topographical. Is this a topographical map?
It's kind of like it's technically
like a 3D topical.
No, because technically that
What's
would
the
be a horizontal lines, right? For
Is it?
yeah. Oop, Ian just picked up a package from my doorstep. Thank you, buddy. That's the Nintendo Switch that's supposed to be here with me for this trip.
Yeah. Okay, so topographical map. This does kind of look like a topographical map, but from a horizontal.
It looks to me
view.
like old video games.
Yeah, it looks like that. Or so you've seen what's the video where like there's sand and it's projecting down and it changes the color and like it changes the whole layout based of the height of the sand. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like you'd see it at a museum or something.
I'm not. That's not coming to me right now. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So the video I'm imagining in my head.
Mhm.
So it's an aerial view. So bird's eye, kind of looking straight down. Well, no, it's not. It's like at an angle, but like so, like there's a projector shooting down on sand, and if you build the sand up, it turns it into a mountain. Like it looks like a mountain. If you burrow through the sand, if it's low enough, it'll put water there. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, so it just kind of like projects colors on whatever height you're doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's fun.
So like, yeah, so that's what I was thinking of.
Actually,
but
yeah, sorry, that would be probably topographical by your strictest definition. What I'm thinking about is like contour lines for like height, which is probably the wrong word, but often that's called topographical in some of the drawings I look at. So that's why I thought about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like the topographical in the sense of like a military map or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just happy that I'm just happy that I sent that I used the correct word.
You do that.
Sometimes I don't.
Dude, you always have like I seriously, I'm pretty sure we'll figure this out. Diaz actually does prep for these episodes and pretends like he doesn't, where you go and look up a word of the day to try to drop on me.
I wish that was true. That would be great.
Just like it just happens during the week, and you're just like sassafras. I'm going to drop that one on Scott later.
Sassafras.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm like sarsaparilla. Like, no, that's nothing. That has a sarsaparilla color to it. Oh, okay. Something new. Actually, hold on, really quick. I forgot. I do have something new. I dropped my telly body off to a friend of the show, Andrew. Well, a friend of me. And he's going to repaint it. So it was a butterscotch blonde, and we're gonna go with lilac.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do kind of a lilac finish on it. I'm gonna slowly work on putting that guitar back together because I love that telly. I love the neck on it. And Andrew's gonna help me because he's a good guy. But anywho, all right, back to this Walrus Audio. So it's all in one bass preamp and DI pedal.
With the drive
That's
mode.
awesome.
It's your Sans amp. I mean, really.
With a lot of control. So you got to drive with sustain. Turn that drive all the way down and the sustain up. You've pretty much got some compression added. You know. And you got different voices on this. You got it's got a blend on it too. That's fantastic.
Clean blend on a bass is a big deal.
Yeah,
real big deal.
Then you've got LMF, HMF.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I think this is going to kill. I mean, it is a.
So what does the M stand for? Because I'm guessing the L something frequency, low frequency, high frequency. Do you know what the M stands for?
Oh, sorry. It would be low middle frequency, high middle frequency.
Okay, so low mid, high mid. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a 4-band. It's a
4. Oh yeah. Oh no, 5-band.
Oh no, sorry. It's so you have low mid. You have low mid contour. It's a parametric EQ. You can move the frequency center as well as the intensity of it. So the low mid and the high mid, both you can change what frequency center they operate at.
I like my frequencies like I like my camping. Intense. That's the shit I actually rehearse. The bad jokes. I'm sorry. I really don't rehearse that. They just come naturally.
I mean, I follow dad jokes on.
You send me dad jokes every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Too. I love dad jokes. I mean,
we're getting older. That's part of the deal.
Yeah.
Oh, did I send
Well,
you
I've
the
been
googly eyes thing yet?
no.
Hang on.
All right. So do we all have to wait, or do I
No,
need to keep
no,
talking?
you don't.
Okay. All right. So how much is this retailing for?
300 something.
Yeah.
So it is pricier, but I mean, also remember, this is going up against like the Darkglass lines of stuff. It's going.
Yeah.
The Sans amp is pretty old, so there's a lot of cheap ones out there now.
Yeah. $300. This is
But-
phenomenal.
This seems really, really, really interesting, and also it's kind of cool because like they just did the Canvas line a couple weeks ago. And so they're really diving into DIs and kind of fleshing out those other areas of the market that just haven't really been fleshed out. So good on you, Walrus, for finding new things to do.
XLR out, built-in ground lift. Like you got all this amazing stuff going on, and if I was a bass player,
You can show up with just this very easily.
oh, hands down, this is honestly, I don't think you need anything else besides a good tuner. I mean, I'm sure you
And you
want
could
some more
headstock
fun
tuner
stuff.
if you wanted to.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, we're gonna stop staring at this. I want to become a bass player. All right. So here's this. Have you researched this next item?
Yes.
All right. Have at it, bud. I have not.
So Maris has brought the super, super, super delay pedal out. So it's a stereo modular delay pedal called the LVX, featuring 99 preset locations and 33 banks to provide an array of creative possibilities. This is potentially the timeline killer.
You think?
Yeah. And it better be, because have you looked at the price tag yet?
Yeah, $600, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is beginning a process that you're going to see more and more and more of too. This is an ARM processor base, so think cell phone.
Yeah.
Other ARM pedals that are out there would be the Helix is an ARM, if I'm correct. If I recall correctly, the Quad Cortex is ARM based. So you're going to start seeing these chips more and more in our pedals.
So are these the ones that have like give you a better user interface, like something you actually dive into and like?
The chips can allow that. I mean, remember you run Android and you run Mac OS X or Mac. Actually, OS X runs on a ARM now too. So yeah, it's a full system on a chip, which also means potentially these are all just digital plugins that can also be sold elsewhere at another time.
And it also would be something where they could easily just flash on new algorithms and put out a new pedal.
Yep.
So next could be reverbs or like, but this does a lot of stuff, doesn't it? This isn't just delay, isn't it?
No, it's delay with other stuff. So there's pitch shifting,
Right.
There's modulation, there's all those things, but it's based around the idea of delay.
Yeah.
It's got a looper in it. It's got
There's
full MIDI, stereo I/O. You've got.
I
Let's
can't.
see.
I can't even start with this.
It seems like a lot. Some cool things. They have a poly pitch mode. They also have a cassette mode instead of a traditional tape. It has a bunch of plugins and sounds from the Polymoon, Enzo, and Hedra. It's proper full-size MIDI, which is something new actually to Maris pedals. I don't know if you remember. Maris has kind of a weird way of doing I/O.
No, how do they do it?
Oh, they do a 1/4-inch one, but it's a different standard than the other guys.
Oh. So this just uses the normal, how many pin MIDI?
5-pin MIDI.
5-pin. Okay.
So this is, I mean, again, this to me is explicitly, they're going after the timeline because the timelines at this point is kind of getting old.
Oh yeah, for sure. People want something. People want the timeline, but updated.
Yeah, and the
Maris
Volante does some good stuff, but it's not the timeline replacer. You know.
And Maris people, they come from Strymon, don't they? Or some of them?
Yeah, Yeah. Yeah, it's former Strymon, folks.
So, yeah. Go for it. All right. I don't know. That was a pretty big announcement, it felt like. I don't feel like
It's
it
huge. There's like hour and a half reviews of this thing.
Yeah.
It's so deep. And like, Ian texted me for like 3 straight days talking about it.
Oh, gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to change his life?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is he going to get one?
But he's a big delay pedal guy. Like, he loves his Volante. So, we'll see. $600 is a big... It's a big leaping off point for people. But at the same time, I can see people who are already in a timeline, have already invested a ton.
Yeah.
It's not as crazy of a leap, but for someone going from like a DD3 to this, it's just going to be ridiculous. So, but man, 2022 is starting to turn into year of the delay pedal, isn't it?
It sure seems like it. But you know, it's not a delay. Crazy Tube Circuits, superconductor. So it's got 4 analog boost circuits and 1 compact pedal. The Fab 4.
I think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
I know it's a reoccurring theme where I like to crap on boost pedals being too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start to say, okay, well, we're going to throw 4 of them together and then sell them to you for $200. Now I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm on board now.
That's $50 a piece.
Yeah. Think of the value.
Well, whenever you put it like that, gosh darn. How can I?
Extended
how can
warranty,
I not buy
how can
one?
I lose? Yeah, I think this is the one. I hate to say it. Like, I mean, here's the thing though. Boost pedals, especially transistor like germanium pedal style ones, you really like, they're touch sensitive. They matter. Like, you got to try a bunch till you find the one. But for the boost curious, this could be the thing. This could be the thing. Because you have 2 different EQ modes. You got a voltage doubler, so you can get that high headroom mode. This thing looks awesome. John has nothing to add. Jonathan.
What?
You've been gone.
Yeah, I ran and got a drink really quick. Sorry. I turned my monitors up so I could hear you a little bit. I was like, I'll wait for him to stop talking. I'll rush back really fast. But I agree with everything you said.
All right. See if you agree with my view on this next guy. EVH has released a gold edition of the Wolfgang WG Standard Series.
I actually like this.
Really? Because haven't we been crapping on all EVH like stuff as cash-ins lately?
Yeah. It was more whenever they started doing stuff like not just different colors, but like different body shape style stuff. That was the stuff that like I kind of got annoyed by. I like this. I think
I don't like it.
I think I love it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
Well, I mean, there's nothing else new about it other than it's just gold.
I like gold.
I was wondering if you were going to do that or not.
Paint is you gold. Sorry.
There's 2 things I can't stand in this world: people who don't have tolerance for others, and the Dutch.
The Dutch are people who are intolerant of other people's cultures.
Yeah,
and the Dutch. And to believe like that man played that role and then went and played Alfred. Well, not like right after each other, but pretty darn close. All right,
pretty darn close. So,
Ernie Ball Music Man. Oh,
okay. No, don't let me stop you. I'll just eat.
Ernie Ball Music Man releases a Jason Richardson signature artist series cutlass. Who's he? Didn't we talk about this? Didn't I ask who he was last time?
No, that was a different guy. You were asking who he was last time.
Oh yeah, who's this one?
I was hoping you'd Google that while we're talking.
No. Google it while you're eating, dude.
I mean,
so here, I hate the idea of like, I feel like with Music Man, like doing a signature cutlass, like that's.
Isn't the Dustin Kensrue a cutlass, or is this Stingray?
I can't remember. It's just a different color. They offer a 7-string version of it.
Guitarist of Born of Osiris.
Oh yeah, I bet. Oh my gosh,
and
Jason
also he
is
works
probably...
and he's an official member of All That Remains as well.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for you to be like, and he works at Guitar Center on Saturdays and Mondays. Sorry, I just love the idea of
confused with
music.
Jason Richardson, who played 14 seasons in the NBA for the Golden State Warriors as a 5th overall pick in the 2001 NBA draft.
Oh wow.
He won the NBA dunk contest in 2002 and 2003.
And he has time to work at Guitar Center on Saturdays and Mondays. That's phenomenal. I bet you Jason Fuzzmonger is just about like yelling right now. He probably knows who this is.
It's this amazing thing of like, I just don't know metal. I'm just not in the world. I don't even know where to start. And there's so many people that have had 20, 30-year careers that are just massive. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know who that is, bro.
Yeah. And then we're over here talking about Dave Mustaine acoustics.
And we're like, meh. We're met on all of it, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down with some metal, but like, wait, hold on.
You know what I can get down with?
This is on there twice. The Sickness?
Nope. Lighter tube amps.
All right. Yes. Okay. 100%. I'm very excited about this. So Blackstar is launching the St. James series of lightweight tube amplifiers. First of all, they look fantastic because they look like they stole their design from Morgan amps.
Mm-hmm.
And the use of fawn on their products is amazing, which is one of my favorite like Tolex styles.
And they're affordable.
I didn't even check the prices. But like just by looks alone, I want it.
XLR outs, stereo line outs, USB, all built in.
This is what I need in my life.
There's a load box in it.
I about dropped a load when I saw this.
Yeah, but you apparently do that like 6 times a day. We just found out.
That's very true. So the amplifier head is like $1,000. Hold on.
It's I think these will sell well if people are willing to try
About $1,200.
Yeah.
$1,200, $1,300 for the combo. The whole set, or the whole 50-watt head and the speaker cabinet is right under $2,000.
Yeah, I think there'll be an interesting spot in the market for this between the I'm buying my first tube amp with like a Hot Rod Deluxe. Maybe you jump into something like this.
Oh yeah.
But it's still cheaper than like the Rev stuff that has all the Sans amps or the
and you know
Torpedo
what?
stuff in it.
I went to Guitar Center Saturday. I got to mess around with some fun guitars, and I was in the U section. I love the U section, and I was playing this Cabernettelli, and I was playing through a Blackstar, just a solid state. That thing sounded sweet. It was like a $200 amp used.
You know, it's
Blackstar,
a brand I've slept on.
Yes. Honestly, I feel like if people would realize that Blackstar can do a little bit of everything, more people would be gravitating towards them.
Well, I think we've kind of said for a while, like a common critique we said before was Blackstar doesn't have a solid identity.
Right.
Like Fender has an identity. Marshall has an identity, you know? And for some reason, the Boss Katana was able to kind of sneak in there and capture our hearts. But yeah.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, Blackstar doesn't.
Yeah, it's very true. Well, I hope this helps them out. Something that's interesting.
This helps them out. Yeah. Diaz, you saved the brand, man.
I just did the Sylvester Stallone fist in the air. No, I meant like this line, the St. James line helps them out, not us talking about them eating hot wings. Like, People are like, oh, the fat guy's got a good idea about this.
Man, I heard about you guys on Wings and Wings.
Yeah, that's. Oh my gosh!
How funny would it be if we get guitar people to sponsor Wings and Wings, but they won't sponsor the effects loop?
I mean, hell, I'd sponsor Wings and Wings before I sponsored the effects loop. So, I actually tried for Wings and Wings. I'm trying to learn the theme song, which actually ties into this podcast because it's guitar. So,
hey, there you go.
There we go. All right. So the topic for this week: Korg USA acquires a controlling stake in bass gear specialist Darkglass Electronics. I mean,
I think it's a great move.
Yeah. Korg USA.
Darkglass has been killing it for like the last decade.
Yes.
And their affiliations with a few other brands. So you have like Neural DSPs kind of under that corporate headship as well. So yeah. I'm curious how this all changes with Korg having a controlling interest, which means they just own 51% of the company. They don't outright own the entire company.
Right.
So I don't know what that means with the previous ownership and all that, but they've
means
also
they're
been working
buying a lot
together for
more bass guitars.
Huh?
Yeah. Means that the owner is buying a lot more bass guitars.
Yeah. So wasn't it Darkglass that did a collaboration with Ernie Ball?
Yes. I'm pretty sure the preamp got put in a few of their basses.
Yeah, in the Stingrays. Yeah, I'm curious what this all lines up to be, because I remember a few months ago, Korg made another play in the bass market for another brand, and we were like, they don't really have anything in that area. So
yeah.
Again, this is part of the big brands are slowly aligning and completing their all-in-one sort of one-stop shop stuff. So same thing with like Gibson still is acquiring stuff to have a more complete lineup. You're seeing Fender go into accessories and all those kind of things. So this continues with Korg doing this, and because there's the Court acquisition the other week as well.
Yep.
So
everybody's buying everybody.
Mergers.
Maybe we can get 60 Cycle Hum to buy us.
Ryan, I'll start the bidding at 10.
I will give you $10 to take this podcast from us, please. Oh my gosh.
Steve, 12.
Super rich Steve. All right. Well, this has been a fun episode. Thank you everyone for joining us. You can go to theeffectsloop.com. It's got links to all of our stuff, our Facebook group, Instagram, merchandising, YouTube, and also has a link to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/theeffectsloop. In case you don't want to jump around, you can go straight there and give us money as fast as possible. If not, Sarah McLachlan will show up to your work tomorrow and play that song over and over and over. All right, bye guys.
Bye.